This is my attempt to surviving 100 days in hardcore Minecraft Bedrock edition. In this series, guys, my basic goals are going to go ahead and be make some sort of XP farm, no matter what sort of XP farm that is, just any sort of XP farm on this world. My second goal is to go ahead and get full diamond armor or netherite armor, depending on what we can do. And my third goal is going to be, of course, defeat the Ender Dragon, guys. We have to go ahead and do that. Also, guys, these videos take a long time to make. This was a 10 episode series on my channel, and I'm combining them all into one big old movie now, so it'll be easier for you guys to watch. But yeah, this was 10 episodes, and if you guys hear me refer to the last episode a lot, that's why. And yeah, guys, these take quite a long time to make, so I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would smash that like and subscribe button. My birthday is in 6 days, and I'm trying to hit 500 before my birthday, and I'm really close to 400. So if you guys could smash that like and subscribe button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Big shout out to Luke the Notable. I do believe he was the one that started this full 100 days series thing, so huge shout out to him. This is definitely going to be a big fun series on my channel. But now we're doing what anyone would do in a 100 days video, and we're gonna go ahead and punch our first tree and go ahead and take it down. After I got done punching my first tree, I went ahead and head over to the village, and I did what anyone would do and just started to, you know, borrow all of the loot that the village had. Went ahead and came across this blacksmith that was actually kind of overpowered, and I got an iron sword and iron chest plate. Look at it, it's beautiful. But then I was exploring around a little bit more. I saw these deep caves, and I do not want to mess with those caves, guys, at all. I'm so scared of dying in this series because I'm very prone to dying. Found this little area right here, and I was like, yep, I'll go ahead and call this home for right now. So yeah, that's how we end day one, guys. We go ahead and take our first sleep in the bed. Starting off day two now, guys, I go ahead and head down in that entranceway that I was talking about, and this guy was just hanging out here. Not sure what he was doing, but I just went ahead and kept going on with my business and started heading further down into the caves. I started out finding some lapis, but my main goal was this right here. I got some iron, guys. I got plenty of iron to go ahead and make my iron set. That was like my main goal here, to get the full iron. And I run into my first oogly booglies. Get out of here, boy. And iron pickaxe right here, and then I got some redstone as well, because the redstone and the gold are what I need to make the clock. And I definitely need a clock like I was talking about, guys. But there's the gold, and there's 3 pieces of gold here, and I already have 1 piece, and you need 4 pieces of gold for it. So let's go. On my way out, I actually saw a slime block chunk, which could come in clutch later on, and I decided I was gonna help this villager out because he looked like he was kind of in some need of some help. He was in a desperate situation, guys. He's been stuck there for who knows how long. I mean, I know it's just day 2, but he's probably been stuck there the whole entire time. So there you go, buddy. You are finally free. Time for me to head back up to our area and go ahead and smell all of our stuff, because I can go ahead and make the compass now and our full iron armor, guys. So that is the 2 main goals for this episode. And then I also wanted to go ahead and get some food as well, which I do have a decent amount of food now, I would like to say. So that is the end of day 2. And so we go ahead and start off day 3 by making the rest of our full iron set, which is definitely clutch to have on day 3 already, guys. This is going to come in so handy for us dying, because I'm so prone to dying, like I said, and I'm very worried about dying in this series. But then I go ahead and start clearing out this little area for my my non-paid workers. But also, guys, my friend the Muddyfucky, he is like kind of a big inspiration for this. He's made 3 videos in his series already, and I'm going to go ahead and start my own series with this episode 1 here. So his videos will be on screen now, and his channel, definitely make sure to check that out. It's also linked in the description. But after I got the hole dug out, I went ahead and grabbed some beds for my non-paid workers, and I went ahead and snagged 2 more of them. I got this guy right here, and I was just like getting my boat buddy, and then this guy, he was kind of in a group with his friends, and I kind of just put him in the boat and started going with him, and I was just like, yep, there's nothing to see here, guys. You guys you have nothing to see. Just don't pay attention. And then we go ahead and head back up to the sleeping area for the end of day 3, guys. And I had this little villager friend, so I threw him down a bed, seeing if he wanted to sleep there with me, and yeah, he decided to stay the night there with me, and I woke up with him beside me the next day. So I had a villager friend. It was a little weird, but you know, he was the homie. I had to go ahead and start exploring, guys, and I came across this for the very first time. This is powdered snow. If you guys have never seen powdered snow, basically it'll start to kill you over time, and it'll make your frame look frosty like that. And this is how many times I go into powdered snow. It is ridiculous where I live, guys. I almost died to powdered snow a ridiculous amount of times in this video. Like, it's not even funny. But then we go ahead and we find a goat, and also I want to know how to like make them aggro towards you, because I wanted to get his horn. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. After the goat, I was actually able to come across my first friend, my first pet on this series, guys, and his name is going to be Spook, in dedication to a horse that we actually have in real life, which is actually kind of cool. But yeah, we have an all-white horse in real life, so he's an all-white horse. We're going to name him Spook. So I went back over to my base after I tamed Spook, got the saddle, went back over to Spook, put the saddle on him. He wasn't too far away, but it was a little bit of a journey, so it did take most of day 4 to do this. But then I went ahead and just started riding Spook, and look at him, guys. Look at how fast he is, and look at the jump. He has no health, which is the only downfall, but look at how fast he is, and look at the jump on him. That's freaking insane. I'm in love with this horse, guys. So I go ahead and take him back to the village, and yeah, I put him in this little cage with the pig. Sorry, Spook, you're gonna have to stay in there for right now, but it's okay. And that's all we did for day 4. That's the end of day 4, guys. Now, starting out day 5, I realized that I needed to have an entranceway into my village area, so I went ahead and head down there, and there was this village just, you know, sitting right beside the only hole left in there, so I felt like he wanted to go join his buddies. And then I went back over to the cage, and look, there was a second horse in there, so we're gonna name this horse Mater, because, well, we have another horse named Mater in real life, so we have Spook and Mater now. And then I went ahead and started heading down into the caves. I don't know why I jumped like that. That was super risky. But I spent most of day 5 trying to get some slime balls, guys, which honestly took me way longer than I thought, but I knew there was a slime chunk here from earlier, so I knew I could get slime. And look, guys, on my way out, I'm not even joking, on my way out of here, guys, there is literally slime balls laying there. I'm not cheating, I'm not joking, like slime died and it was literally laying there. And I needed to make some leads, that's why I needed the slime blocks. So I started killing some spiders because I didn't have any string as well, so I went ahead and got the spiders killed to go ahead and needed to make 2 leads, but I didn't know that when you made 1 lead, it came with 2, so I ended up making 4 leads, but I'm sure I'll need it for a different animal down the line, so that is completely fine. So we decided to go ahead and kill our last spider and then head back up to our sleeping area, and that is the end of day 5. Starting out day 6, we went ahead and started leading the horses over to a better area to go ahead and just tie them up because I didn't want them to sit there, so now they have some more open space. And then I fell into powdered snow again and again. I hate this stuff, guys. I despise this stuff, but I was looking for a spot to put my house, and I thought that this spot looked pretty good, so I decided we were going to settle here. Huge fan of these mountains in between the house, by the way, guys. I needed to go out and start to collect some wood, but in the midst of collecting the wood, look at this powdered snow, guys. This was the closest call that I had with it. Me and Spook as well almost freaking died because of this powdered snow, guys. It was ridiculous. Spook started dying here. I started dying. My hearts are frozen. Spook's frozen. You guys already know the Spook doesn't have a lot of hearts, so I barely even made it out of this situation. I really thought that I was going to lose Spook here, and especially when I started digging up, like, what was I thinking? He's not going to be above me. He's going to be below me, dog. Like, dig him out. Help him, please. We just got Spook. We cannot lose him on day 6. I don't even remember which day we got him on. It could have been day 5 or maybe even day 4, but he hasn't survived at all. Do not let him die yet. My lord. So I ended up getting Spook out of there, and I tied him up in a safer area so that I would not have to worry about him falling into powdered snow. And then I just decided to collect some trees to start building my house area because I'm planning on building some sort of like wooden cabin type build, so we're gonna have to see how it goes. But after I was done collecting the wood, me and Spook ended up heading back to the sleeping area just to go ahead and call it for day 6. And then at the beginning of day 7, guys, we started planting some trees because I knew I was gonna need a lot of these trees to go ahead and start building this house, and that was one of my biggest downfalls in this episode. I might have been able to finish the house, but the trees were kind of going bad, and I decided to build the house out in a way, and I didn't like it. And you guys will see this is a repeating pattern. I built the house in multiple different ways, and I didn't like it again, so I destroyed it, built it again, and I was like, you know what, that's kind of okay. So that was the end of day 7. Back onto the house of day 8, guys, and I decided that I did not like the house again, so I needed to extend it out. And this happened multiple times, like I said, but for right now, that's the last time, other than when we start working on the roof, I do believe. This is my plan, guys. I have like a little porch area right here, and then I want to make the roof look really good to try to make this build look decent. But I started heading back down to the village while I was waiting for some trees to grow, and this pig had completely claimed this house as his, guys. He literally had a freaking grass block in there and everything. Like, that house was that pig's house for sure. So I went to go check on my villagers while I was waiting on the trees to grow. They were all right, and that was it for day 8. I know there hasn't been a whole lot going on, but I've just kind of been trying to build up the house. But we start out day 9 making some food. Dude, I went ahead and head back up to the house area to go ahead and check the tree farm, and there was nothing there, but I did have another run-in with powdered snow. Who would have thought? But then I decided to chop down the smallest tree that could have grown because it was the only tree that grew, of course. But then I went ahead and hopped on Spook because I was still waiting for my trees to grow, so I figured why wouldn't I go get something else done? And I needed glass, guys, so I went ahead and grabbed some sand, and then while I was grabbing some sand, I also noticed that there was some clay nearby, so I figured I would go ahead and grab that clay as well to make some bricks later on down the line. Could be very useful. Then I head back to the base and start smelting everything up, head back up to the house, go ahead and put in a window, or maybe 2 windows, I think it was, chop down a couple more trees, and then we went and put in a little bit more work onto the house, just adding a couple more support beams just to make it look a little bit better. And then we added some doors, and it was about time to call it a night. So I started heading back down to the base, and then I slipped, guys. I did not mean to do that. and I'm on 3 hearts. I almost died, so it's time to call it a night after that one for sure. Starting out day 10 here, guys, we just took a second to eat a potato and enjoy the view because we almost just died, and that was terrifying. I can't believe I almost died on day 9, guys, but then I realized I needed some cobblestone, so I decided to expand the villager area a little bit, give them a little bit more space in there, and now I have a little bit more cobblestone to use. And then I decided to go ahead and expand the tree farm because I need so many trees, it's ridiculous. Then I started to get to work on the roof, and as I was working on the roof, I realized, let me look at it again. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, yep, let's get rid of that. We got to completely get rid of the roof and start rebuilding again. But as I was getting rid of the roof, I realized that the sun was already setting on day 10, guys. But who would have thought? An incident with powdered snow already at the beginning of day 11. Also, another thing that I realized that I completely freaking forgot about is this right here. How did I not make a shield, guys? After I made my shield, I went ahead and headed down to check on the villagers to make sure all of them were still there and none of them despawned or anything like that happened. And everybody was still here and chilling and all was well. So I went ahead and went on my way and started heading down into the mines, the same mines that we were in part 1, but something crazy is about to happen, guys. Continue to explore the caves in my evidence search to go ahead and hopefully find some diamonds because I really need some diamonds, guys. But I went ahead and grabbed some iron while I could, and can you guys see that? Do you guys see those blocks? Guys, this is right under my base. This is the rare, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like the rarest thing in Minecraft, and it's right under my base. And it is terrifying because we just did a video on it. It was terrifying. We spawned 3 wardens. All of us got messed up. It was hilarious, but it was terrifying at the same time, guys. So this place is awful. But me being me and me being a YouTuber, you know, I had to go down there. It's day 11. What is happening? It's literally day 11. Like, I'm so confused. Oh my gosh. But this is, I was just looking around and get out, go. Get out. This is the worst case scenario. Get out. Go. Can't take him. Get out. Nobody wants to be a part of this. I got to get home. I'm not coming back down here until like day 500. I'm never coming back down here. I'm done with this. He can kill you so easily. He can one-shot me right now. I'm out. I was able to thankfully make it out with my life. Thank God. But guys, like, what? The warden is just chilling. He's just living below me. Like nothing matters in the world. He's just living right below where I decided to go and camp base. How does that even work? Like the rarest thing in the game. How does that work? But yeah, that's enough for day 11. It's literally day 11, guys. Hello, Spook. How you doing? Time to go to bed. That's it for day 11. At the beginning of day 12, I needed to go ahead and make a cauldron for a little side project that I have. So I went ahead and grabbed my cauldron. It did take a little bit of iron, but you know what? That was fine. Then I decided it was time to go ahead and start making our little animal farm area. And what better way to do it than, why would I make fence posts when you know the villagers are totally okay with me just borrowing their fence posts and using them for the entirety of the series? So I went around and cleared out all the cages that the villagers had made out just with nothing in them, and actually there was literally 2 cages, so I hardly got anything here, but you know what, that was completely fine. I was fine with that. I got enough to build 2 small little cages for the starting of our animals, which is pretty much all we needed right now. I placed down this fence gate and I realized that this cow just wanted a new home, so I was like, all right buddy, I mean, if you really want in there that bad, you can go ahead and go in there. Didn't even have to use wheat to get the guy in there, so that worked out fairly well. I finished the second little animal cage and then started making my way back up to the house area, and I completely forgot, guys, I live in a snow biome, so it snows now, which I love and I hate at the same time, but I think I more love it, and this snow will be perfect for when I go ahead and fight the warden. But don't get your hopes up, that's not going to be anytime soon, okay? I got to make it to the ender dragon first, and I have to make it through the nether in general. Let's just say some people that I might know have had some pretty bad luck in the nether, so this is, yeah, I got to be prepared. But this is one part where I was making sure, one part that was kind of annoying about the snow. It kind of gets in my house, but that's because my stupid self doesn't have a roof on my house yet, which I need to get to work on right now, which is what you guys are seeing me doing. And I am so indecisive, guys. I could not find anything that looked good with this roof for the life of me, and yeah, you guys will see how it goes. Spent the rest of my day on day 12 just trying to find a roof design that I actually liked. And well, I still didn't really like it, but you know what, it's getting a little bit better. I'm finally kind of getting somewhere. It's just super hard to work with on this roof, and I know I'm not showing you guys too much of the house building process, but it's just kind of boring. So if that's why the days are kind of going by pretty fast, it's probably because I'm spending most of my day working on the house. And that's exactly what I did to go ahead and finish out my day on day 13. And I did that a lot. I fell off the house and I went up and I looked at my roof, and I was actually kind of satisfied with the way that this was coming, and I was kind of actually liking my house for once. Then we went ahead and went to sleep, and that was the end of day 13. Now starting out day 14, we're back up on the roof, and we're just going to be doing a lot of roof work again. Mostly, I think pretty much most of today is spent working on the house as well, but I'm pretty sure we're about finished. So I took a break from working on the roof for 1 second, and I came inside of the house, and I realized that this front wall with the doors, I just didn't like it. It didn't work with the roof. It wasn't lined up, and I just wasn't a big fan of it at all, so I decided to take the entire wall out. After taking out the wall, I came back up to the roof to go ahead and add the finishing touches, and now I'm actually really liking the way that this house is coming together. I gotta put one more stair there, but that's pretty much it for the entire roof, and that is making me very, very satisfied. But now I am picking out a spot, and I don't really know exactly where, but I think right here would probably be the perfect spot for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear this out really quickly. I will show you guys what that little spot I cleared out for on the roof was in just 1 second, but then I went ahead and added some better support beams in my house, and I went ahead and called it a night. I put some stuff in my chest, and that was pretty much it for day 14. Starting out day 15, I do believe it is, I was walking by on my path, and I realized that there are so many particles right here, and I heard a skeleton shoot at me, and I then realized that all of these mobs were dying to powdered snow. This is what that little spot on the roof was dug out for, guys. It was a little chimney spot, and I do like the way that the chimney's looking. I might put in a little bit more blocks, and I'm liking the way that the roof is looking, but there is one little subtle change that I think I could do to make it look a little bit better that I might have to do in the next episode. As of right now, this is what the house is looking like, and I'm actually pretty satisfied with the way that it came out. Surprisingly, I finally got it. It took me, it's day 15 to get this right, but I finally got the house in a satisfied position. On day 15, I still realized that I had no diamonds, and that was a huge problem, guys. So me and Spook set off on a mission to go ahead and find a pretty decent cave, trying to get as far away from our caves as we can, though, because those caves are full of, well, the ancient cities and the wardens, and I don't want anything to do with the warden. Spook and I rode around for quite some time before we found a decent cave, but then I started to go into the caves and I got jumped by 2 spiders, but that was completely fine. But then look at this, guys. There was just an abundance of mobs here. I don't even know what was happening. Like, what is going on? These 2 skeletons, this skeleton was trying to get me. He ended up ganging up with this skeleton on the zombie. The poor zombie, man. He just got destroyed. And then there's these other zombies, and there's a spider, and there's everything, guys. Like, there was literally like 30 mobs here. I don't know what they were doing chilling out here. I mean, I was fine with it. Farm me some XP. I mean, you guys weren't doing too much damage to me. You were kind of hitting each other, so that was completely fine. And I went around and I grabbed some more coal and some iron and some more coal and some lapis. And then finally, boys, after ages of searching, finally, I was able to find a diamond, and I was so ecstatic about finding this diamond. I've been searching for all of day 15, I think it is. Most of day 15, I've been searching for this diamond, maybe 16. So now we're on to day 16, I do believe. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I am wrong. But then we decided to grab all this iron, and then we were going to go ahead and dig around our diamond to see if we had any more. I had to dig almost completely around the diamond, but then I was actually able to find 2 more, so I was able to get 3 diamonds out of this batch, which I was happy with because that was giving me the pickaxe, which was the main thing that I wanted to get right now. I wish I could have got some more diamonds, but that was fine. But then I saw this group, and I decided to go ahead and jump into them because they were kind of in my way, and they started to shred me. Got my health down a little bit more than what I was comfortable with, so I just got out of there. But I was continuing to search the caves in hopes of finding a little bit more diamonds, and the deep dark still extends to over here, guys. It goes so far. It's insane how ridiculously big the deep dark is. But then I got out of there after seeing that because it's always spooky. I built up a little tower just so I know where this location is, because I feel like there's definitely going to be some more diamonds down there. And then me and Spook went back to end off day 16. Starting off day 17, I decided to move my furnaces up to the new house, go ahead and craft my first diamond pick, my first diamond thing on the server, which was just actually kind of nice on the 100 days, I should say. And then I crafted my first bow as well, which is going to come in handy later on. And I went back to check the farm, and the cow was gone. Our only cow, guys. He disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. Then that was it for day 17. Day 17 was kind of slow, but we did get the animal farm, so that was an objective we wanted to get done. Starting out day 18, I was going to go ahead and try to make like another little farm, like an actual farm, but honestly, I think the water might freeze, and I probably won't even need this food anyway because I'll probably be using my animal farm, so this was kind of useless. After that, I decided to start doing a little bit of work on my house, just mainly touching up the little top areas that were kind of left open. I still need to go get some more glass in the next episode just to completely fill this out and finish it, but I realized I was kind of starting to completely run out of food, so, I had to do what anyone else would have to do in Minecraft and, take out some of my friendly guys nearby. But yeah, I came across the first tree that I destroyed on this world, and it actually kind of just brought me back for some reason. I know it wasn't that long ago, but it just kind of brought me back to the very first day on episode 1. Putting out on day 19, I realized that I still kind of needed some more diamonds for something else that I was wanting to do, so me and Spook went ahead and headed back over to the mines in hopes that we were going to find some more diamonds. Yeah, so we might have spent all of day 19 in the mines, but you know what? It was worth it for this moment right here. We were actually able to get 2 more diamonds. Sadly, it was only 2, but that was worth it because that was kind of what I needed for my mission. And if you guys don't know what I'm gonna make, I'm gonna be able to show you guys here in just 1 second. But I realized it was getting super late on day 19, so I decided to take a rest in the mines, and I woke up the next day and went ahead and decided to head home. So I know this sounds really bad, alright? I'm really sorry. You can see that my diamond pick is used. I used my diamond pick. I had some obsidian down below in my chest that I got from, I think it was one of the very first days, because we looted the blacksmith and he had some obsidian, but then I also mined some more, but I don't know why, but I literally just lost that footage. I also had the footage of me building the nether portal. I do have the footage of me lighting it here, but I lost the footage of me building the nether portal and my little lava generator thing. On day 20, me and Spook had to set out on an adventure because I needed one thing, guys, to go ahead and complete my little side mission that I was wanting to do. It's a pretty big side mission, and there it is. That is the last thing I need. Sugarcane. Thank you, my guy. And if you guys don't know what I'm doing yet, I'm sure most of you guys that play Minecraft know what I'm doing, but you guys are gonna see here in 1 second. But I also needed one flint, and well, I got it first try, so that was actually super convenient. And I hopped back on Spook, and we went ahead and headed back to the base. Once Spook and I got back to the base, I decided it was time to go ahead and craft a flint and steel, and time to go ahead and light the nether portal. I'm not going in that right yet, but we will need to go into the nether portal soon, guys. And then I made a little spot in my house to go ahead and plant some sugarcane for right now, just because I don't really have a place for it. And I also decided to bring Spook inside because it was snowing, and I'm sure he was probably getting pretty cold, so I decided to go ahead and bring him inside to shield him from that snow. You guys know what I mean? Guys, it was finally time to go ahead and craft what I've been waiting to craft. There we go, and now you guys know exactly what I've been waiting to craft. It's day 20, guys, and we have an enchantment table already. Let's freaking go. So hopefully in the next episode, I'll be able to get some low-level enchants on my armor to go ahead and protect me a little bit more if I do decide to go into the nether, because the nether is going to be pretty serious. And like I said, one of my friends has had an incident in there very recently. We start off day 21 on an adventure, guys. I desperately need diamonds, because I need diamond armor so bad to go into the nether, because I'm terrified of the nether. So I start heading into the caves, and I ran into this guy, and I was full confidence, guys. I was like, I got this, and I almost died. I'm on half a heart. The immense panic that I had right in this moment, like I was having a heart attack. I was genuinely having a mini heart attack. So this is just me in my panic state blocking in. Immediately got out of there. I can't believe I almost died on day 21, guys. Oh my god, it was so close. That was freaking terrifying. Closest I've been so far for sure. So I hopped back on Spook in hopes of finding a better cave, and I also found this pink sheep while I was on the way to look for a different cave, and then I found this cave, and I think that pink sheep was good luck because I found a lush cave and a mine shaft. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. But once I got into the mine shaft, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was pretty much it for day 21. It was mostly spent traveling, so that I hit the hay for day 21. Woke up the next day and made a new sword because my sword did decide to break, and I definitely am gonna need that. Then as I was exploring around, I went ahead and found my first spawner on here, but I am not a fan of cave spiders, so I went ahead and just destroyed that and got it out of the way. Hopefully I'll have some better luck later on. But then I found this, and I found a name tag, guys. I forget what these things are called, like these little mine carts with chests in them, but yeah, I found a couple of these, and they didn't really give me too great of items, but I did get name tags, which is something I was very excited about. Then as you guys can see here, I got freaking jump scared completely by this zombie, man. That was freaking terrifying for me. But then I came across this little pond of axolotls, and I really wanted the pink one, so I had to do it, boys. I had to get him. Like he was too adorable. I had to take the baby pink one. I felt like he didn't fit in there, and he needed to come home with me, so he did. And ever since that creeper on day 21, guys, I've been super cautious. But then I went to sleep, and that goes ahead and ends off this day. Starting out the next day, guys, we went ahead and explored a little bit more, and I came across my first useful spawner, guys. This freaking skeleton spawner. I need to remember these coordinates because I'm going to use this later on for an XP farm. This is going to be so overpowered for an XP farm, and bones and arrows, guys. Like this is like the best spawner we could have had. And I found another name tag, and then I think just the cat music disc, but then I found another spawner, guys. Another freaking spawner. I think this one was a spider, so it's kind of irrelevant, but I got a skeleton spawner. That's the best one in the game, in my opinion. Well, best spawner in the game, like early game, just because it's so useful for arrows and bones and just everything like that, and that can be very useful. But then I finally found my first diamond, or not my first diamonds, but my first diamonds of this episode, guys. And then I just kept exploring, found some more diamonds, which is thank God, because I needed diamonds so bad, guys. It's ridiculous how bad I need diamonds, and of course I only found one here. What are the odds? Then I came across this little guy, and guys, I'm not even joking. Of course, one diamond, dude. What I got 3 the first time, and then I got 2 ones, but God, that's it for this day. And then the next day I woke up with a freaking creeper in my face, man. They're out to kill me. Unfortunately, your boy screwed up a little bit. I ran out of torches, so I had to come back up to the mine shaft to go ahead and get some coal, but that was fairly easy. So I came up, just grabbed a couple veins of coal, and then I had a decent amount, so I was able to make some torches and go back down in there. Went back down, grabbed some gold, and kept looking around, and then finally I found another diamond, boys. I was hyped. Let's go. I think this is, I don't even remember how many diamonds this is, but we got these 2 diamonds right here, and then these 2 diamonds right here. So I think we had a total of like 12 diamonds we found or something like that. So I'd say we did fairly well, and then we just go ahead and place our bed down, and that's it for day 24. Now starting off day 25, we actually get jumped by like 30 zombies, dude. There was a creeper behind me too, but thank God there was a wall in the way so he didn't blow up, or I probably would have freaking died here, already being down 2.5 hearts. But yeah, we got rid of those zombies and then got jump scared by this zombie, so that's fantastic. But we got rid of him, looked around and found some more diamonds in a very, very sketchy area, so we went ahead and mined these diamonds as safely as we possibly could. And now I believe I think this is the last little bit of diamonds that we do find for this episode. Maybe we'll find some more next episode, but who knows. At least for these last couple veins I found, this one was 3 and the other ones were 2. So at least they're better than 1. We're literally just going up the line 1, 2, 3, man. It's annoying. But then I just went ahead and dug my way out because I knew I wasn't going to find a way out. And then once I got up here, I realized I dug straight up into the spot where the creeper almost blew me up on day 21, I do believe it was. But then on day 26, beginning of day 26, we had to go find Spook. So we went ahead and found Spook, put some gold armor on him. He was looking beautiful. Then we went ahead and head back to base, guys, to craft our diamond chest plate and diamond boots. Let's go. We actually have diamond armor now, and I'm so hyped. I could survive the nether. Maybe. Probably not. But you know what? It's fine. But then we just started building our farm because I desperately need to breed our cows to get bookshelves as fast as possible and just for food in general. But I need leather for bookshelves, and I might need to make that skeleton spawner soon because I need bones quite often. But here you guys can see me just going ahead and fixing certain spots in my house. I feel like this made it look a little bit better, but I still do need to finish my windows. That is like a desperate need, but I think I like the front of my house being like an open look area. I'm not sure though. End of day 26. On day 27, I went ahead and hopped on Spook, and we headed down to go ahead and grab some sand because I needed some sand to finish my windows in my house still. So we came down to grab some of that, and we came back up to the house to smelt it. And then I decided to put this little drip leaf up. I don't know really what that thing does, but then I decided to make an anvil because I need an anvil to go ahead and name my animals, guys. I just realized I have 3 animals and I haven't named a single one yet. And now that I have name tags, I'm going to go ahead and name the first one. And his real name in real life is Spooky Doo, guys. I swear to God, that is his real name. So that is what we are going to name him on this series. So for the rest of the series, this is Spooky Doo. You guys can call him whatever you want. I'm still probably going to call him Spook, but yeah, you guys can go ahead and refer to him to whatever you guys would like. Also, I came back up and started filling in the windows with glass panes instead of regular glass like I was doing originally. Glass panes just look much better. Sorry guys, I don't know why I stumbled over my words. They look much better, and plus they're a lot cheaper anyways. So yeah, that's the end of day 27. Beginning of day 28, I still realized that I had no cows, guys, and this was going to be pretty big because I needed to have cows. And this chicken, I don't know what happened to that chicken. All right, we're going to ignore that. But yeah, I had to go get 2 more cows just to make sure I had enough to breed. But we definitely need cows for leather in this, guys, and that's probably going to be my main food source. So yes, I desperately needed some cows. And then nighttime rolled along, and I needed bones, guys. I desperately needed bones to make bookshelves, and I needed a lot of bones to go ahead and get as much sugarcane as I possibly could. So most of my night was spent just taking out skeletons, as many as I could, and I still don't even think I got that many bones, to be honest with you guys. Then shortly after taking out a couple skeletons, I just decided it was time to probably just head home for the night, not to risk it too much, just to get a decent amount of bones. But I headed home, and then it was day 29. So I started out by making bone meal, and then going ahead and bone mealing all the sugarcane, turning the sugarcane into paper, turning the paper into books, turning the books into bookshelves, and now we have bookshelves for our enchantment table. So yeah, needless to say, we're going to start enchanting sharpness 2, protection 2, and unbreaking 2, so that's not bad, and then also protection 2 on my leggings. So my enchants could have gone a little bit better, but I mean, I don't have level 30s yet, so I'm going to wait to enchant my diamond armor, but I am looking pretty spiffy, boys. Let's freaking go. But that was pretty much it for day 29, I won't lie to you. We didn't do too much except for get ready to do what we've been preparing to do on day 30. Nothing could have prepared me for what I was about to endure during day 30, guys. Listen right now. Did you guys hear that? Before I even got into the portal, while I was still loading in, like a while I was still loading in, it was just shooting. The gas was just shooting at me. Gas registered in. I didn't. My portal's gone, and there's nothing I can do about it. I have no flint and steel. I have nothing. The only chance I have at getting out of here is having a gas relight this portal, which is extremely difficult. So needless to say, I was a little upset, guys, because I literally lagged, and that's the only reason, I'm in this predicament. Like, look at the lag right now. The gas can't even shoot at me. Like, what is happening? Like, the lag is just complete. Look at him. the lag is completely ridiculous. But if I run away, you know, he can shoot at me super fast. But if I'm right by my portal, there's no way he can shoot at me, right? See, look at that, look at that. No lag right here. But you know, when I run back over towards my portal, try to get him to light my portal, it's just lag central. I don't know, man. It was awful. The Nether was just a terrible experience for me today, and the gas spawn rate really ridiculous. Gas spawn in here so much, like it's insane. I think at one point I had like 4 ghast over here. Like it was awful, man. They just spawn in so freaking fast that it's freaking ridiculous. And I could not for the life of me get this ghast to relight this portal, guys. I tried for so long, and then the magma cube blocked him right there. Oh my god, this magma cube was getting on my nerves. All these mobs were getting on my nerves. And of course, everything in the Nether freaking hits you except for pigmen. So I started running away, and then I turned around, and there's a freaking enderman on me. How did I look at you? Where were you? I never looked you in your eyes. You were nuts, man. I never even looked your direction. Where were you? I don't even know where you were. So I ran over to the freaking wall and dug a hole in the wall because, like, I'm already so damaged anyway. So I just freaking got out of there, and I was like, okay, nothing can really hit me here. So I kill the enderman, and thank God he actually drops me a pearl. But then I have to head back over and try to get this portal lit. Like, this is overall just a very, very terrible experience for your boy, guys. Like, it's been very bad, but I finally did it. I finally got the portal relit. Now I have to get away from there before the gas freaking takes it out again. But oh my god, it has been like probably like 8 to 10 minutes, guys. I have been trying to get this portal relit, just getting completely bombarded by every single mob you could think of that's in the Nether. It was a ridiculous experience, guys. So now all I need to do is try to get out of here, and literally like 5 times. And as I'm trying to get out of here right now, I had to eat because I was so low on health. And you know, I probably didn't have to do this, but I got a little nervous, and I felt like it needed to be done, so I just went ahead and did it. I did not want to die, and I was not trying to risk it. Plus there's a ghast right here, and wait 1 second, sorry. Kill this ghast, and bam, 2 more. Literally 2 more ghast right in front of me. Like, it's just, the spawn rate on these ghasts is ridiculous, guys. It's insane. But after I kill these 2 ghasts, I start heading home, and like, that is it for day 30, guys. I am out of here. I am going home. I do not want to be in the Nether anymore until I get more diamond armor, and this was a very, very bad experience. I need gapples and more diamond armor before I go back in there. Pigman, I don't blame you for following me out, buddy. It's awful in there. It's terrible. I do not blame you. If you guys are watching the video and you notice that you were, you know, enjoying the content, you guys should think about smashing that like and subscribe button, because it would be greatly appreciated, and you guys could help me get to 1,000 as fast as possible. Yeah, but then I also realized that I needed to start on a staircase, guys, to make it way easier for me to get up and down this mountain. I didn't get it completely finished because I didn't have enough stairs that color that I wanted to keep it the same. I'm also probably going to change the cobblestone later, but this is going to work out perfectly for the purpose that I need it right now. But yeah, that's the layout for my sugarcane farm, and that was it for day 31, guys. Now go ahead and starting out day 32, we go ahead and get straight back over to the sugarcane farm, get everything laid out, get the water placed, get the sugarcane placed, and yeah, that was pretty much it. And then we covered this big nasty hole where the sugarcane was before in my house because I just hated it there. After I moved that hole, I decided to go ahead and move around my entire house because everything was kind of crammed in that corner, and I feel like it looks much better now. But then I started killing just a bunch of animals because I needed to get a bunch of food, guys, because I had like such low food again. I need to really just get my animal farm together. So I spent the rest of day 32 farming some food, and then the night of day 32 I needed to actually go ahead and get some bones so I could go ahead and make some bone meal, and I just fought whatever mobs I was seeing on the way, getting some XP as well. And yeah, I was coming across very little skeletons, but then there was every once in a while where I was coming across 2 of them at the same time, so that was actually kind of lucky. And I just kind of sat here and let this guy kill himself. It was I mean, the poor dude, he just kept shooting, and then, you know, that's just what happened. Then I got pulled up on by 2 spiders, and one of them was a spider jockey. What are the odds of that? But yeah, then I went ahead and just fought off the spider jockey, and after this I just kept pretty much just farming arrows, getting as much arrows as I could get so I could make as much bone meal as I could get. And then I came across these 2 guys, and they started to duke it out together, so, you know, I just decided to just wait and see what happens. And as I was waiting, I realized that they were kind of getting pretty distant from each other, so I didn't really know how this fight was gonna unfold. I didn't know if one or the other was gonna win, but, you know, I was trying to wait it out, and of course they got too far away, and he started focusing on me. But I blocked a shot at the perfect time the first time. Second time I didn't, but then I went ahead and just took out both of these skeletons, and that was the end of that. After the skeletons, I came across this freaking zombie with an enchanted bow. I've never seen that before in my life. Obviously, he wasn't using the bow, but this was crazy. It was time for me to head home and call it a day for night 32, I guess you could say. But then on the next day, I decided to start out the day by going ahead and smelting some food because I definitely needed food. And then I started working on my little villager area to go ahead and get the trading hall done. And after that, I went back up to the house to go ahead and start on a different little farming area because I did need to go ahead and make some carrots as well, just to go ahead and try to breed the villagers some more. But I mean, like I said, that didn't really work out in this video too well. But then I went ahead and started using the bones and made bone meal that I needed to go ahead and finish off the sugarcane farm. Now the sugarcane farm is in full growth. So yeah, I decided to grab some apples, go down to the cow farm and start breeding some cows because I desperately need leather to go ahead and make bookshelves, guys. So I had to kind of kill some of them off, and you know, I just need a much bigger cow farm. After I got done taking the cows out, I went over and actually started farming some coal. Anytime I really see coal, I actually mine it in the overworld anyway, because when I see it when I'm in the caves, for some reason, I just decide not to mine it. I don't know why. But then I made some bread and went down into the villager area to try to get them to breed again. And, you know, like I said, guys, I don't know why, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm doing something wrong. But then I went back up to my house to place some bookshelves down, and yeah, but after that, you know how I said like I really couldn't get them to breed? Yeah, I kind of just had to start putting the villagers in the boat and you know, taking them down in there so they could be my unpaid workers. And that was it for that was the end of this day. Starting out day 34, guys, I decided that it was probably a pretty good idea to add some doors onto my house so it wasn't as open. And of course, I had a run-in with powdered snow. What kind of 100 days video would it be if I didn't run into powdered snow? But as I went back down into the villager area, this guy was kind of already in the pocket, so you know, I kind of just gave him a little nudge and put him in there, and yeah, that's his permanent home now. He's going to be my unpaid worker, you know. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. And then as I was digging out the wall, I found some more coal. Like I said, I like to mine coal whenever I find it, and I dug out that block, and this guy ran in there, made my life 10 times easier. So I was like, yeah, thanks, buddy. You just completely trapped yourself for the rest of your life, but I greatly appreciate it. So for the remainder of day, I'm not gonna lie, I forget what day it is, but for the remainder of this day, we just filled in the rest of the villagers, and yeah, that pretty much did it for this day. So we headed up to the house to go ahead and call it a night. And at the beginning of the next day, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot to record the beginning of the day. I'm very sorry about that, but I went and grabbed some gravel and also killed some cows to get some leather because I was completely out of leather. And then I went and fought this skeleton, and my freaking shield broke, guys. So I had to go up to the house and immediately make a new shield because that has been so beneficial in this series. Oh yeah, also I made a lectern when I freaking forgot to record. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I don't know why, but I just completely forgot to record. It was just a big goof on my part. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, I went ahead and headed back down to the villager area to go ahead and try to get them to start getting jobs. And this was completely complicated, guys. The first one, and I placed that down, and then that villager got the jobs. Then I took it over to that villager to try to give it to him. And then he was a blacksmith, and I figured out the culprit was standing above me the whole time. So, you know, he got added to my I mean, unpaid worker hole. Yeah, that's what I meant. And finally, guys, I was able to finally figure it out. This took literally an entire day, but I got it done. Then we go ahead and head back up to the house to go ahead and start that fence that I was talking about around the compound. And we basically got the wall finished, and that was practically it for day 36. I spent the entire day building this wall, but I basically got it done. We then headed down to the villager area, and I also got sharpness 5 from this villager, and I've got, I think you guys saw this one already, but this one was fortune 1 from this villager, which is going to be insane for my pickaxe already, guys. And the night of day 37, just lighting up our area a little bit so no mobs will be spawning in here, hopefully. And from as far as I know, I think this is working pretty well. I don't think any mobs are spawning in here, but this zombie was able to clear the wall for one reason, because when the snow piles up like this, you're able to jump over the wall, sadly. But I will go ahead and just make sure to take care of the snow. I think that's the main thing I need to do there. And yeah, that was it for day 37. We just went ahead and killed some sheep and cows just to farm some XP, get some food, and also get as much leather as we can to make books. We made some books, made some more bookshelves to go ahead and add on to the bookshelf area. And there was a freaking goat on my house, bro. Like, what are you doing up there? After I saw that random goat on my house, I decided to go ahead and grab some wheat as well because I was going to need that. And then that was kind of just the end of day 39. So now starting out day 40, guys, we have made it to day 40, and we started out by making the cow farm bigger because, like I said, I need a bigger cow farm, and these guys need to be bred a lot more so I can get a lot more food and just leather in general because I need a lot of leather for bookshelves right now. There's the end of the villager trading hall. That is done now, guys. So then I went ahead and headed out, and it was pretty much, or that was the end of day 40. All right, now starting off day 41, we actually go outside, and as soon as we open our door, we see a creeper and about freaking get blown up. Literally, I was literally checking the durability on my armor and shield, and the creeper was right in front of me. So I went outside just swinging, and of course he wasn't right in front of me, but then I ended up just killing him, taking him out, getting him out of my way. But yeah, I woke up just about to get blown up by a creeper. Like what kind of 100 days video would it be if I didn't? Like, oh my god. Starting out day 42, I needed some more diamonds, like I said in the beginning of the video, guys. So I went out to go look for a cave, and let me tell you, I never thought finding a cave would be this hard. This map with caves is ridiculous. Then the spider pulled up on me when I actually found a cave that I couldn't enter because it was so far down, and yeah, look what just happened, boys. I literally fell, I don't even know how many blocks, but I fell a lot of blocks, and me and Spook both survived, guys. But now I have Spook however many blocks down in the cave, and how am I supposed to get a horse out of here? Like, What am I supposed to do? So I just tied Spook up down here. I was like, whatever, you'll be fine. I'm gonna go mine some coal. As I was mining the coal, the spider actually pulled up on me, and he was actually my level 30 level, so thank you very much, spider. And then I had this duel with these 2 zombies, and I just thought it was kind of cool because this one was pretty much in full iron armor, but he was still pretty easy to destroy, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But then I was making this furnace right next to a cliff. I don't know why I do stuff like this in the hardcore 100 days series, guys, but I do. And a zombie pulled up on me, could have knocked me off the edge. Thankfully he didn't. But then I got into a fight with an enderman, and endermen terrify me in this series. I don't know if you guys play Minecraft, but endermen hit hard, all right? But if you do have water around, endermen are scared of water, so I just kind of went in the water and destroyed the enderman. And I was actually lucky enough to where he dropped me a pearl. I think I kill an enderman later in the episode and he drops me a pearl too, so that's just kind of crazy. But right down where I killed the enderman from, I found 2 diamonds, or 3 diamonds. I did not remember it was 3, but I found 3 diamonds, so that was greatly appreciated. Then literally right down below that, I found another diamond, and sadly it was just 1, guys. Yeah, I hate when I find veins of 1. I found a lot of those. Oh wait, I lied, it was 2. It was 2. At least I got more than 1. But yeah, I need Fortune 3, guys. If I would have had Fortune 3, I could have got so many more diamonds there. But then I found another spawner. I don't know what it is with me and finding so many spawners in this series, but I have. And it had a golden apple in it, which was pretty good. Then it just had kind of some iron, some gunpowder, some rotten flesh. But this book was pretty good too. Protection 2, Unbreaking 3, I'll take it. And I completely missed this diamond, but when I was walking back through, I found a diamond on the roof. So there's 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, and I do believe there's a 3rd diamond, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. No, maybe it was just 2. Okay, I think I lied. I think it was just 2 diamonds. But now we have a total of 7 diamonds in the cave. So I feel like this has been a pretty successful cave mission. But then as I'm looking around, this zombie right here literally like almost made me scream, guys. Like he freaking scared the crap out of me. But then I got out of the caves and I realized, guys, Spook fell in the cave. I thought I could just come out, but no, Spook fell in. So I had to go and look at the cords, and I found out where he was. And then I had to figure out how am I supposed to get down there, guys? But I remembered the ender pearl. I do have to use an ender pearl here, which kind of sucks because that would be useful later on late game. But it is okay because I need Spook, guys. Spook is my boy. I cannot leave Spook behind. So I knew I needed to grab some blocks and figure out a way to get him out of here. So I grabbed the blocks and started building up, guys. And let me tell you, this was a issue. Did you guys see that arrow right there? Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look how dark it is. So many mobs. They would not leave me alone. Right where I decided to build up. And look at that. Half health. Half health because of a fall like that. So I have to be extremely careful. And I just trolled that creeper right there. That was hilarious. And then I trolled the zombie too. I had to get them both. You guys know what it is. Finally get my boy out of here and get out of the caves for a little while because I've been making dumb decisions and I've almost died a couple times. It's not worth it. But then I completely forgot me rescuing Spook and taking him out of there. But all we did was I got him out of there. I was super close to my house. I could see my house from the cave. So I came home, crafted my diamond pants, did a little celebration dance, and then started grabbing some wheat to go ahead and breed the cows. On to day 46, we have started the complete carrot farm for them. And hopefully these guys will start breeding after a little while. I'm hoping in the next episode we're going to have some baby villagers running around. We're going to have to see. After I got done breeding the cows, I decided to challenge the iron golem. That was terrifying. He didn't do a lot of damage because I was in basically full diamond now, but it was still scary to think about, okay? I don't know what was going on with this guy, all right? But he was freaking ridiculous. He would not go in this hole for anything. He trapped me in here with this villager. Then he was just beating me up. Like, come on, man. Like, why you gotta do this to me? And then I trapped him down in there, blocked it up, and I trapped him down there, and I named him Bob. And we got Fortune 3. We got the Fortune 3 enchant. So we ended up taking the Fortune 3 enchant, and we got Efficiency 4 with it as well. So the other one's kind of useless, but then we got Prop 4 on our boots, and I wanted to enchant some more, so I kind of just started killing any animals that I saw just to get levels. And I saw this cute little guy. I've never seen a baby goat before. Also, if you guys know how to make goats aggro, let me know, because I really want to know how to get their horns. Then I started to destroy mobs at the night to get more levels. And yeah, that was pretty much it for day 48. I went up to the house, enchanted my chest plate, got Thorns 2 and Protection 4, I do believe. And that was it for day 48. And we started making some candy canes because this is the 12 days of Christmas episode, guys. It's day 49 and I haven't made candy canes yet. I meant to do this on like day 2 or day 42, not day 2. But you guys know what I'm saying. And then we head back we head down to the villager area to go ahead and look at all the progress that they're making. And they're making good progress. Hopefully by the next episode we'll have some baby villagers. Went and destroyed a tree And that was it for day 50. Starting off day 51, boys, I wanted to go ahead and start the adventures. Finally, here's my favorite comment, guys. This comment just, it was great for me. It was just, you guys can see it now. If you guys are older, you might understand it. If you're a little too young, you might not get it. But yeah, it's a great comment. We have our first village that we have found today, and I went ahead and, you know, just borrowed everything I need. Let's just say by the end of this video, I have plenty of food. After looting, I mean borrowing everything that the village had to offer, I decided it was time to move on, and I found a Mesa biome pretty close to the village, which was actually pretty cool, guys, but it was decently far away. I'm getting maybe 1,000 blocks away now, so I thought maybe I'm getting to the point where I won't have to worry about the deep dark, so maybe we'll be good to get into some caves soon. So I think once we get to the Mesa biome, we're gonna go find some caves, but this is probably a good spot to call it a night for day 51 because it is turning dark and I'm not trying to run into any oogly booglies. Dude, we went over to the Mesa biome that we were talking about, and there's also a jungle right over there, so that is kind of clutch as well. But we started to explore through the Mesa biome looking for any decent caves to go ahead and get down and hopefully find some more diamonds to get full diamond tools. I think I had full diamond gear, but honestly I don't remember. If I had a diamond helmet, I don't know where it went. I could not find it. So I never ever find Mesa biomes, guys, and I forgot that they boost gold spawns tremendously. So with my fortune 3, needless to say, we have plenty of gold now, guys, but most of my day 52 was spent just searching out the caves looking for cool stuff. I found this geode, which I thought was pretty cool, and then I came across this creeper and I wasn't really worried about him, but I was just chilling, you know. And what kind of 100 days video would it be without getting jump scared by a zombie in a cave? Like it always happens. He tells me all the time, he's like, hey, the funniest part of your videos is when you get jump scared by these zombies. So then another full group of zombies pulled up on me, and I thought it was kind of weird that one had a sword and one had full gold armor. Could have been a problem maybe if the full gold armor one had a sword, but it was all right. Then I came to this diamond. I had fortune 3, guys, and I was praying that it would give me at least more than one diamond, or there would at least be more than one diamond here, and I got bamboozled, okay? So you guys remember back to the beginning of the video when I said that one of our 3 main goals was to go into the caves and not come across the deep dark? Well, we came across the ancient city, not the deep dark. Same, I think it's still the deep dark, but it doesn't matter, okay? We came across the ancient city, where this thing lives, okay? Not just some deep dark place. This is the ancient city. And I thought I was far enough away. No, I came right to it. I was right on top of it. This is ridiculous. I stood in awe for a minute, and then I was just like, yep, nope, I gotta go, be quiet, get out of here, and I do not want to mess with that. Did I only find 1 diamond? Yes. Is that okay? No. Is it better than dealing with the warden? Yes. So I never really find Mesa biomes, guys, so I did not even know that this was a thing, but apparently there's like abandoned mine shafts that are up on the top ground for the Mesa biomes, and I had no idea of this, so I went ahead and headed down there. I saw a chest, so you knew I had to jump down. I figured I would live, and I was fine. I only took 3 hearts, so that was okay. In the first chest, I only found a name tag, but guys, look at that. The second chest, I got an enchanted golden apple. That is freaking nuts, guys. Of course, the zombie had to interrupt, but yeah. An enchanted golden apple, guys. Like, that's gonna be nuts for this series and the Ender Dragon fight, everything like that. Like, that's gonna be a huge help. But then that was it for day 53. Starting out this day, guys, we are going to go ahead and loot some more boxes, and we have another god apple, guys. Like, that is freaking nuts. 2 god apples from this place. So if you ever find one of these places, I definitely recommend looting it. But then I broke my sword fighting the zombie, so I got out of there. Then I came across another box, and I found a regular golden apple, which was completely okay. I've been finding god apples, so it's completely understandable. And then I found another box. Like I said, guys, if you ever find one of these, make sure to loot them. I've got like 6 name tags now. I've got 2 god apples. Found another box here, another name tag. Like, it's freaking nuts, guys. We still have another box here, guys. Like, it's freaking nuts how many boxes there are. But I realized as I left the caves that I dropped my bed in the caves on accident. I didn't drop it, but when I destroyed it to go pick it up on the last night, I didn't pick it up because I had no inventory space, so I had to run all the way back to the village and go back to sleep, but that was completely fine. On day 55 or 56, I think it's 55, we decided to store our loot in a chest in the village because I wanted to go out and get some more, like, just go explore some more, but I did not have the inventory space for it, so I just stored some loot here because it's pretty close to my base anyway, and we headed off on a new journey. Then I ended up coming across another, I believe they're called an acacia village. I could be completely wrong there, and that iron golem was on a mission, buddy. He had somewhere to be, okay? But then I went ahead and just borrowed these guys' food because they said that that was completely fine as well. So then I went back off on my journey once again, and I don't know if you guys can see in the distance there, but there is actually a desert village and a desert temple, I do believe, sitting beside the desert village. So that is our 3rd village. The other villagers did not have too much food to offer at the last village, but they told me to head down this way and that I would find this village. And look at this, my guys. These villagers sent me on the right path. Look at all of this food that I got. This is freaking insane. insane. So I'm definitely gonna steal all of this food. And like I said, when I found the first village, we're definitely feeling pretty good about our food source now. Through the desert temple, guys. Once I got down here, I made sure to go ahead and, of course, destroy the pressure plate. Started checking all the chests, and there really wasn't much to offer except for the diamond horse armor that I have for Spook, which will definitely look good on Spook. But I also grabbed the TNT because I could definitely use that later on. 4 villages is crazy. That village didn't have much to offer other than a little bit of food. So I saw this villager outpost, pillager outpost, but it also didn't have anything. So I just called it a night for day 56, went back to that village. But after that, I decided it was probably time to start heading home on day 57. Once I got back to base, I realized that I had no storage for anything because I was kind of just throwing junk in places. But yeah, I crafted some more chests, and that was it for day 57. I got a new cool bed I stole from the village too. Yeah, drop a comment down below letting me know what your favorite fruit is. Yeah, that's what we'll do. But yeah, then I got Spook's gold horse armor on, and look at him. He looks magnificent. But then I spent most of my day on day 58 just organizing my chests because they desperately needed it. It was so bad. But then that was it for day 58. It was time to re-enter the Nether, and I was not ready for this at all. But it was time to do it. Hopefully I don't get blown up by a gas as soon as I get in. All right, we made it in, boys. We are good. We are chilling. No gas yet, but I feel like the spawn rate, just wait. The spawn rate for gas is literally insane in this. Like, I feel like it's just completely ridiculous. So I started battling my first of many gas, and I realized that this was just it. It wasn't going to work out, so I might as well just start trying to place my blocks while I can. But yeah, he's going to be relentless, so I'm going to have to try to figure out what I can do. And no, he has a friend now. Okay, that's not surprising, honestly, with how the spawn rates are in here. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. But then this is a completely different one. We got gas everywhere. I decided to play ping pong with this guy for a minute because I just could not hit him. And let me tell you, it was getting very frustrating. Next time, I'm definitely bringing a bow, guys. Yeah, spawn rate is just freaking tremendous in this. And for some reason, guys, I was just completely struggling sending the freaking fireballs back at him. But I finally got this dude, and he had a friend that spawned in, of course. And then I dealt with him, and then another one spawned in. Who would have thought? Just gas everywhere. It's gassed heaven, okay? Let me tell you. I don't know what I can use gas tiers for. I've never had to use them, but I know there's something I can use them for. And I should have plenty of them after this freaking Nether journey. They can't leave me alone for like 3 minutes just to let me get my little hut done. See, there's two of them now. Like the spawn rates are just I can't even heal because the spawn rates are so insane for these guys. So we have to, like, I don't know if you guys have any hints, let me know. But I tried to finish my roof and I ended up running out of blocks, so I had to go back to the overworld to grab some blocks. There we go, last 2 blocks placed right now. So there's our little hut done. And I also decided to clear out the floor a little bit just to make it a little more even. But yeah, now we have a little hut, and I beat the crap out of some nether pigs, and then more gas spawned to give me trouble. Who would have thought? But yeah, we dealt with them pretty quickly and started grabbing some quartz. 30, so I can go ahead and get that level 30 enchant for you guys. And it was time to head back to the overworld. Once I got back up to the overworld, I actually ended up realizing that 3 pigmen followed me through, and I was like, oh, well, I don't blame you guys. The gas in there, I would want to get away from them too. But this pigman was relentless for some reason. I don't know why he wanted in my house so bad, but he really did. I was like, all right, well, since you want in so bad, I'll go ahead and open the door for you and let you in. Like, I might as well. I don't have anything against you. But I really wanted to enchant, guys. But after taking that one really long look at him, I knew what needed to be done. He needed to be named Tim. But you know what? I feel like naming Tim was better. But you can get out right there, Tim, if you didn't. I don't think he did know. But I helped him notice. We started out day 61 by saying what's up to Tim. Came back up, let Tim back in the house because he got out again. And it was snowing, so I figured he was pretty cold, and then I realized. And I think Tim realized at the same time as well. Yeah, Tim, you got to go outside, buddy. Oh, yep, he definitely realized at the same time. Okay, thank you, Tim. I appreciate it, bud. Tim, you got to go to the other side. The other side, Tim. Tim, I can't sleep. I've been exploring. It's night 62 now, and there was one hole in the ground, and I fell in it, and I survived. Let's go, boys. Let's freaking go. Okay, yeah, no, I don't know why I did that, but yeah, we survived, so that was pretty cool. And all I got out of it was some clay. There was 2 skeletons, so I was like, oh, that's fine. And then they started to fight each other, so I was like, oh, I'll pass right by him. Went up here and yeah, I don't know what's going on, boys. I don't know what's happening. I am terrified right now, okay? This is freaking horrible. I have like 10 zombies on me. I'm getting boom ganged everywhere, and my freaking sword broke, okay? Now I'm in ultimate panic mode. It's just everybody panic. Just panic, because what do you do? You grab your axe, okay? You grab your axe and you start asking them a question, okay? You ask them a question really good, and after you ask them that question, you ask them that one more time, okay? Yeah, there we go. We got them all, okay? I realized something. Tim is gone, guys. I can't find Tim anywhere. I don't know where he went. He upon further investigation, there was a couple spots that he could have jumped out. So I think he jumped out and maybe he fell in powdered snow. And that's my only guess. But yeah, Tim's gone. Rest in peace, my boy Tim. You made it a whole maybe a whole day. I'm sorry, my boy. But then I went down into the villager area and I tried to get the villagers to breed, and this guy knew what was up. He was all about it, but the other one wasn't about it, and yeah, it wasn't happening still. But then I did what anyone would do when they wanted to find diamonds and they can't find them anywhere because the warden's everywhere. I made a strip mine, and I spent my entire day making this strip mine, but I did dig right into a geode, which was actually kind of cool to me. Starting out day 65, I thought this villager house might need some remodeling, so I gave it some remodeling and fell right into my boys, but yeah, that was fine. But then we just headed back down into the caves, and yeah, to be honest, we didn't find anything at all on day 65 and wasted our entire day in the caves. So we started heading out. Lo and behold, it worked, boys. I got the villagers to breed on day 66. Let's go. Throw out the bread. Villager baby. Yeah, we got a villager baby, and let me tell you, this villager baby is crazy. Don't know why we got the crazy villager baby, but we did. Yeah, and here in 1 second. Yeah, wait for it. Wham, there he goes. Oh god, he's back. There he goes. He's on one. He's moving. He's on a mission. Look at him go. Coming back. Pushing the parents. Oh yeah, he's gonna be disrespectful. That kid's gonna be. He's gonna be a demon. Okay, but yeah. Then we started mining, and we've actually found some diamonds. So we found 4 diamonds, and we got 7 out of it. So I was actually very, very happy with that. And then we dug a little bit more, and we actually were able to find 2 more diamonds. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. Destroyed the first one. Got up to 13, and I think I actually might have missed one because I was up to 11 before that. So I think I destroyed 1 diamond before that, and I accidentally missed it. But yeah, I got 3 diamonds there and 4 diamonds in the other bunch, and I started to head home, but I got protection 3. So yeah, just regular protection 3. We're not very happy with that, but we went back down into the villager area on day 67 and tried to get them to breed again, and it wasn't working. But I also did some more remodeling on this house because, I needed some wood, and this house, it didn't really need it that much. But that was the end of day 67. Starting out day 68 now, I decided to go ahead and repair my chest plate and my boots a little bit before I went into the Nether, because I figured that I wanted them as much health as I could get them because I don't want them to break. That would be very unfortunate if I had to craft another chest plate, another boots, and then level 30 enchants on them again. But then once I got here, the magma cubes were a difficult problem, let me tell you. Like, these guys were being an issue. They were coming out of everywhere. They were very annoying. I didn't want to kill them because even when they're at the smallest form, they can still hurt you. So you know what I did? You know what I did to these guys? Fortnited them. I boxed them. I've Fortnited it up, okay? Look at this. Fortnite in Minecraft. Yep. Get Fortnited, kid. Okay? Get Fortnited. Then I found the Nether fortress right before that wall, so I decided I don't even really need to go that way. Surprisingly dug into glowstone, which is actually kind of cool to me. And there it is. The fortress is right there, boys. I just have to build a bridge, and I cannot die while I'm building this bridge. It would be terrible to die on day 68, so we really, really need to avoid that at all costs. Professional bridge builder, okay? We're gonna build the best bridge that you guys have ever seen. We got this, okay? We're just gonna... Okay, we're gonna go slowly but surely, and we are going to avoid all of these blazes at all costs. I needed a bow desperately, but I wanted to grab some levels before I got out of here, and I'm pretty sure all I needed from the overworld was a bow, but then I had to deal with some gas on the way home. Who would have thought? Freaking gas, am I right? Gas is so much more easy to deal with when you have a bow, let me tell you. But then I got over to the fortress and I decided to go ahead and build down, and I got in as fast as I could, and this skeleton was just completely messing me up, guys. But I decided to just go ahead and pull out my shield. I don't even know where he came from. I didn't even see him, so I don't even know how he came up on me like that. But yeah, I was wither affected and I lost a little bit of health, but not too much, thankfully, for my armor. And then I started running and I saw it, guys. See it in the distance right there. Right over to my left, it's the blaze spawner. We're here already. We have found it already. And then this blaze had terrible accuracy, but of course he still managed to hit me because I walked in the one spot where he had fire on the ground. I don't know what I was doing, guys. That was very dumb, okay? And then I went around the corner, and these blazes, guys, they're everywhere, okay? There was like 5 blazes right here that I had to take out, and I took them out in quick fashion because I needed to get over to the blaze spawner and put a box around it as fast as possible, okay? So that's what I did. I made a little blaze farm. We all agree in the comments below that it's much better to deal with blazes when they're trapped inside of a box. I feel like we can all agree on that in the comments below. The blazes are just 10 times easier to deal with when they're trapped inside of a tiny box. So I started out day 70 by enchanting my sword, and yeah, I got looting 3, but that was about it. I don't even know what smite 4 is, and I got knockback as well. But then I let the baby out. God dang it. I didn't mean to let the baby out, but I talked to his parents and I told him to just call him back over here and see if it'll work, and he actually decided to listen, which was very surprising to me because he's a freaking hoodlum. And I tore this house down for a very good reason, okay? It's not going to waste, okay? I needed to renovate a different area, but as I was picking up all of these stuff from this house, I ran into powdered snow. Who would have thought? 100 days powdered snow had to happen. But yeah, then I started renovating the villager trading hall area. That's why I said it was for a decently good cause, because the villager trading hall area looks like crap, okay? This thing looks terrible to me. It still doesn't even look good at all, but I needed to do something, okay, to make it a little bit better. But that's what I spent most of my day 70 doing, was just working on this villager trading hall. Starting out day 71 now, I got straight into work on the staircase because I was so tired of not being able to walk up to my base easily, guys. This was getting so frustrating, so I just got straight to work on it, and I'm definitely liking the way this is looking. I do need to change these stairs up above these ones, but I got straight to work on it, and I built it all the way down to the village, and it was looking fairly decent. So then I got to work on the sides of it to just go ahead and fill that in to make it look a little bit better, so it wasn't just completely empty space in between them. After I ran out of blocks, I decided to go ahead and just head up the staircase though to see how it was working and how it felt going up to my base. And don't get me wrong, it was a little bit twisty and turny, but other than that, it was honestly pretty good, and I'm almost finished with it, but there is still a little bit of work that needs done right up here at the top, but I'm gonna get on that right away. Started to go ahead and get to work on this little pathway outside of my house leading up. It's kind of sort of part of the staircase as well, and yeah, that's all I did for the rest of day 72. And starting out day 73, I went back down and got straight back to work on this staircase area, and I had to also go through and replace these stairs, take them out and replace them because these ones just look so much better. All I have to do now is go through and add a little bit more stairs, and then a little walkway right there in front of me in the grassy area I want to go ahead and add, just because it looks a little bit plain without a walkway there. I feel like the grass would have just made it, I feel like this just looks much better than just leaving the grass there. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, okay? Then I started to get to work on trying to get him to be a mending villager. Finally, after all of this time, guys, this took me absolutely ages to get this book, and needless to say, I was pretty ecstatic to actually be able to get my hands on it now. After it took me about 10 minutes to get it, I was pretty excited to say the least. So I ended up buying my first mending book and then started heading back up to the base to go ahead and put it on my chest plate because my chest plate was nearly broken. And I feel like now's a good time to say, if you guys have made it this far to the video, you guys should go ahead and subscribe. I just hit 350 subscribers, and I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by my birthday in April, so if you guys could help out, that'd be greatly appreciated. Then I made it back up to the base, and I decided to go ahead and put the mending on my chest plate because it was nearly broken. And then after I put the mending on there, I decided to go out and mend my chest plate because what else would I do? I needed mending very bad, and I don't have my skeleton farm set up just yet. So yeah, I needed to come out here and kill some mobs. And then this happened, and this was interesting. Yeah, so I was just flying through the air from creepers. I don't know what was going on there, and then I fight the skeleton, and this baby zombie just runs over and jumps on this dude's back. When I don't remember when this started happening, and if you guys know, can you let me know why and when this started happening in the comments down below, please, because it just blows my mind. But that was it for day 74, and starting out day 75, I decided to go ahead and cook up some food because I had absolutely none. Rotten flesh for emeralds, and that should be big. I only had like 2 stacks right now, but still, it got me a couple emeralds, and that was it for day 75. Starting out day 76 now, we decided to make our way over to the spawner location. I did have the coordinates saved for the spawner location, so once I got over there, I decided to go ahead and start digging down. And what happens when I always dig down? I always end up digging right into a mine shaft. So of course I dig right into a mine shaft without failure. I don't know how this always happens, but you know what, it's fine. I'm okay with it, okay? But yeah, you guys might have missed that right there. There was something around that corner, and I saw him walk, and I was like, what? Where did he go? And oh my god, he jump scared me so bad. I swear, almost every 100 days I get jump scared by a zombie or fall into powdered snow. But then I continued to dig down, and I actually found the spawner, which was nice, and I decided to go ahead and start clearing out the area around the spawner. And while I found some diamonds. So I went ahead and destroyed those diamonds, and actually I got a vein of 9 diamonds, guys. I don't know how long it's been. I've gotten a couple 8 veins recently, but I haven't had a vein of 9 diamonds in ages. But I am not complaining, and from these 9 diamonds I actually got 19, so I would say that's a pretty good pull, and I was pretty much ready to go. But there was only one problem with this spawner room. It looked horrendous, okay? I was not a fan of how this spawner room was looking, and it desperately needed work. But on day 78, starting it out, all the skeletons started killing each other, which was very unfortunate. I didn't get very much XP from this, and they just continued to sit there and kill each other. So yeah, all this, I AFK'd all night, day 77, and they all were gone. But then I went ahead and went home and crafted a diamond helmet and started to destroy some trees so I could go ahead and make the spawner area look better, because it is just completely atrocious to me. And I also saved this goat that was stuck in a tree. I don't know how you got stuck here, buddy, but hopefully that helps. And after I did that, just added a little bit more design, and this is the finished product, guys. I am very happy with how this came out, and I think the spawner room looks pretty decent for how it is right now. So then I decided to go ahead and kill off all of these skeletons to go ahead and get as much XP as I can, and bones, because I also need bones to try to get those villagers to breed, because I do not know why they won't breed, and it is so annoying. Then I added the final little finishing touch, this little carpet to the spawner, and now it's completely finished. And I started to head home on day 79, and as I was heading home, I decided to grab some logs so I can make some sticks to go ahead and get some diamonds to try to get another mending book, and that was it for day 79. Then I bought a mending book, and I went ahead and headed back up to my house and put the mending book on my pickaxe because it was about to break, and that was pretty much it for day 80, guys. Then I went ahead and put down a couple beds, and I started looking around just checking to see if, they were breeding, and at first they weren't breeding, and it kind of made me worried, but I was like, you know what, I'll just place a couple more beds down. I think it's fine. And then bam, there they go. They were breeding. I was so excited. I threw my sword and everything, started doing my little happy dance. Now I have finished the bridge going all the way across this little ravine area, so now it should be much, much easier to go ahead and access the skeleton farm and get there faster, but that's all we did for day 81. I spent my entire day just chopping down trees, guys. I had to chop down a bunch of trees to clear out the path to go to the skeleton farm, so at least I have a bunch of wood for sticks now, so that's definitely going to be very useful, but this is what I spent my whole day doing, and then I got jump scared by this baby zombie, and then after that, we had some difficulties. I hate witches, guys. I'm sorry. I know. You're like Aries. You're in full diamond armor and it's just a witch, dude. Like, why are you so scared? I don't know. Look at that. Look at that arm that she has, okay? She has got a freaking Tom Brady arm, and I am not messing with this witch. I hate witches. I am not a fan of witches. I know I have full diamond and I could easily take her, but something in my head, I don't know why, I fear them. I completely fear witches. It's one of my most hated mobs in this game. I'm just completely scared of them. And then I was chilling for a minute, and then she came out of nowhere just trying to hit me with a harming potion. I still probably would have been fine, but she's still trying to kill me. And then I didn't know where she was for a minute, and she just snuck up behind me, freaking just absolutely terrifying me. But I knew now was my time to strike, so she hit me with another poison potion, and then I flung her all the way, I don't even know how far, and she somehow survived the fall. But you know, that's fine. I just went home and I went to bed after that. That was enough for day 82. And then I went down into the spawner and I decided to AFK for a while on day 83 just so I could try to get my levels up, because I need to get to level 30 to go ahead and put a level 30 enchant on my second pickaxe to go ahead and get Unbreaking 3 on this one. And after I AFK'd for a little bit, it's day 85 now. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the days going by, but after I AFK'd for a little bit, we got up to level 30. But then I came home and put that Unbreaking, that level 30 enchant on, and it's literally as good as my pickaxe now, except for it doesn't have mending. I think everything's almost the exact same, except for one of them has Unbreaking and one of them has Mending. That's completely crazy. I don't know how I got that good of an enchant, but I went ahead and combined them together and put Mending and all of that together, and now I have Efficiency 5 as well, so this pickaxe is pretty good to say the least, and that was it for day 85. I went ahead and went over and grabbed Spook, came back over, and I went ahead and added some finishing touches, and I just love the way, like, the effect that Bomeo gives on the ground. It just looks so cool. I just love the green going everywhere, the little emerald green stuff. But yeah, I'm just adding a little bit of bone meal everywhere, because I think the bone meal just gives it a little bit more grass and makes it a little bit better for the horses. I feel like makes it a little more accurate to real life than just leaving some little bit of a grass right there. So I think that this looks much better. And then I decided to light up the little area since it was nighttime to get it all lit up for him while I could see how dark it was. And I could see all the areas that need torches, so I started just placing them down everywhere that I thought needed a torch. After I got done placing torches all over the inside of the horse enclosure, where everywhere that it needed a little bit of a torch, a little bit of a light touch up, I tried to use the rest of my torches that I had. I didn't have too many to light up the entire village area, but I lit up as much of the village area as I could because it definitely needed lit up. And then I went ahead and grabbed Mater and brought him over into the little horse area, so now both of them are over here, and I think both of them are definitely pretty excited about being over here, to say the least. A much better situation for them to be in. And I dug for the entirety of day 87, guys, and I was digging everywhere, maybe found a little bit of quartz, but I was finding absolutely nothing down here. It was completely ridiculous. And then on day 87, I got jumped by these guys. All four of them just came out of nowhere. I don't know what happened, but you know, I just decided to go ahead and make quick work of them and just completely destroy them. And after I destroyed them, starting out day 88 at the very beginning, finally, I found my first netherite piece. And I always like to dig around my netherite a little bit once I find something, because I usually feel like there's a little bit of a luck of finding some more. And then there it is, another one, and there's another one, there's a third one. So I went ahead and started to mine all three of these guys. That's so close to a full piece, and then there it is. That's a full piece of netherite right there, guys, as long as I can get some gold. And I'm sure I might even have some gold at home, I'm not sure, but that is a full piece of netherite with those 4 ancient debris. That is all that we found. So we started to head back to the base on day 88, but at least we did find 4 ancient debris. And I ended up getting mending with this guy for 14, so I had to take out the other guy, and then I replaced him with this one because I think the other guy was selling it for like 20, so 14's definitely a lot better of a deal, so we decided to go ahead and replace him. 3 villagers, we went ahead and decided to get another mending book, put the mending book on my boots, and then headed back over to the skeleton area because I needed to go ahead and mend my boots all the way back to full because they're almost completely destroyed, and that would be completely tragic if we lost those. But it is day 89, guys, and we decided to AFK, and I just wish I would have prepped a little bit more because I have so much prepping to do in these next 10 days for the Ender Dragon fight that it is completely insane. But on day 89, we decided to go ahead and just farm these guys, start killing them, getting as much XP as we can, and trying to completely repair our boots. And I think with this first run, we ended up just completely repairing our boots, so that was good. And yeah, there they are, completely repaired with the first run. But we did decide to go ahead and sit here in AFK until day 90. And then on day 90, we just decided to go ahead and farm these guys again to see how much levels we could get up to. I was hoping we could get up to level 30 so I could go ahead and get another level 30 enchant, but we're just gonna have to see. I got up to level 24 from those guys, and then I went ahead and sat here in AFK these guys, and and I lost the footage of me killing all of them, but it just got me up to level 26. Once I actually got back up to the base, I went ahead and checked my chest to see how many ender pearls I had, and let's just say I definitely was going to need some more ender pearls, and I was definitely going to need to take a trip to the nether, but I also wanted to go ahead and enchant my helmet so I could go ahead and get that out of the way, and I'm trying to get a good enchant on my sword as well. But I needed to go to the nether, guys, because I'm going to need more ender pearls, and I feel like the easiest way is going to be trading with piglins, and I'm also going to go ahead and need nether wart to go ahead and make strength potion, and I'm also going to have to get phantom membranes, so this is definitely going to be fun. Tried to go ahead and get some phantom membranes because I need some phantom membranes to make slow falling potions, because I feel like that's going to benefit me a lot when I am fighting the ender dragon. Let's just say phantom membranes are very, very, very annoying. I hate why are these things in the game? I hate phantom membranes more than anything. They would come down and look, he would swoop down and then he didn't even try to attack me. Okay, so then I thought maybe I needed to get the high ground. I had a couple casualties on the way up to the high ground, so I started heading up to my house, and it did kind of work. They would swoop down, but they would only swoop down one time. And then after they would swoop down, they would just fly up in the air and stay up there until they despawn. I spent all of my night trying to get phantom membrane, and I didn't get a single phantom membrane. It was the most annoying thing ever. I hate phantoms. Day 92, I decided to go ahead and start it out by smelting some gold, because I'm definitely going to need a lot of gold to trade with these piglins and also make golden apples. I was looking for my god apple, guys. I couldn't find my god apples anywhere, and I thought maybe I left them over at the spawner last time I was there, so I decided to go over to the spawner to go ahead and check that out, because I need those god apples for this fight, guys. I'm definitely going to need them, but I also needed bows, so I couldn't find the god apples here, but I did find the bows, and I decided to go ahead and farm some skeletons, and I also decided to go ahead and stick around for most of the day to just go ahead and AFK this farm on day 92, because I wanted to try to get as close to level 30 as I can, because I wanted to get another level 30 enchant on my sword so I can get sharpness 4, because that is going to be very, very helpful. And this was the last chest I had to check, and thank god they were down here in the villagers, guys. I don't remember when I put them here, but thank god, because that was literally the last chest I had. And then I started to go ahead and farm the cows, because I needed some food, and the cows were kind of getting abundant, but I came back up to base and I forgot that I can get quite a bit of XP from just grabbing the gold out of the furnaces. So yeah, that ended up getting me to like level 29, I think, close to 30. So yeah, that's pretty close. And then hopefully with this last one I can get dang near there. Well, it didn't work out quite as much as I would like to, but then I went ahead and smelted my my ancient debris and made the netherite ingot, and I figured the most beneficial thing to make would be the chest plate, because it's going to do the most, I think it's going to do the best thing for me. Let me know if I made the right decision here. I think I did with the chest plate, but yeah, let me know in the comments down below for sure if I made the right decision. But this chest plate looks amazing. I'm in love with this chest plate, but I decided to spend most of my night trying to farm phantoms once again, and let's just say tonight went a little bit better. Okay, I ended up killing one, and I got nothing, but I killed one. Okay, so that's looking a little bit better. And then I decided to go ahead and try to spam these guys. Didn't hit him. This guy came down, and I was like, oh, I gotta get him. And bam, I got him. Thank God I hit him once already, because if I wouldn't have hit him once, I would have just hit him with my bow for no reason, and he would have just flown away like most of them do, which is very, very, very annoying. But I was also starting to get a little bit more accurate with my shots, as you guys will see here in just one second. I was trying to hit them as much as I could from the ground, but a lot of the times that wasn't working out, because they're so hard to hit. If you guys have tried to farm phantoms in Bedrock Edition, you guys know what I mean. It's just extremely hard. But I decided to bow spam him for a minute, and then I actually got one of them finally, and that should be all of the ancient debris. What am I talking about? That should be all the phantom membrane that I do need to make these potions. I think I might have only needed one, to be honest with you guys, but I just wanted to go ahead and get some more just in case. But I got the phantom membrane for the slow falling potion, so that'll be very, very helpful. Then I decided to go ahead and get some glass bottles prepared so they can be ready for when I get the nether wart from the nether. I don't know how I don't have nether wart. I should have grabbed it when I was at the fortress. I feel very, very dumb, but I'm not a potion guy, guys. Like, I have never made potions before. I've never messed with potions before, so this is my first time. But then I went back down to the villager area to try to go ahead and get to level 30, and I wasn't expecting to fight these phantoms like this. The phantoms started coming out of nowhere, and of course I didn't end up killing any of them, sadly. But yeah, right here I didn't anyway. But later on you'll see what happens. The phantoms are just absolutely insane right now. But I decided to go ahead and run over towards the opposite way of the village and just take out as many mobs as I could to try to get as close to that level 30 enchant as I could. And I did end up getting there, thankfully, after spending the entire night farming all of these mobs. It was absolutely insane. But once we were in the morning of day 94, I do believe, and there was 2 sheep, thankfully, and it really just took one of them. So one of them just had to go for no reason. I'm sorry, buddy. But then I went back up to the base and I decided to go ahead and enchant my sword with sharpness 4 finally, so I can get that sharpness enchant. I'm gonna need that, and I threw it into the anvil and I messed up, guys. I didn't know you can't have smite and sharpness on the same sword, and I just wasted that sharpness 4 level 30 enchant. I feel so stupid. That's like the biggest goof I think I've made in this entire series. That's just, it's ridiculous. After I made that absolutely insane goof, I decided it was time to go ahead and head into the nether to get over to the fortress, and let's just say this was absolutely insane, guys. I don't even know what went wrong here, but everything went wrong, okay? Everything went wrong so fast. Like, the nether is ridiculous. I can see why Christian in his 100 Days series died in the nether. Like, I can completely understand, buddy. Don't feel bad, because this is absolutely insane. Now, I'm just gonna let you guys watch what happens. And there it is. It finally happened. I had to pop a god apple in the nether, guys. It wasn't even during the ender dragon fight. I've already had to use one of my god apples and I haven't even made it to the end yet. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. The nether is freaking insane, but I decided to run over here, and of course there's absolutely nowhere to go from this way, so I have to go all the way around and get back over by the blaze spawner, and hopefully by the blaze spawner there will be some nether wart, because I haven't seen any nether wart yet, and I desperately need nether wart to go ahead and make these potions, because that's like, I think all I need left is the nether wart. One of the easier things to get just to make the awkward potion. I can't find it. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. But I run past the blaze spawner, run past this little lava pocket right here, and thank God, guys, there was nether wart sitting right here. I was so ecstatic to find this nether wart because I desperately needed it for these potions. These potions were going to be insanely beneficial. Strength and freaking slow falling. Like, come on, those potions are going to be insane. But then I made my run out, and thank God my run out was a lot easier than my run in, because this was stressful, guys. Completely stressful. But all I had to do was make it to my bridge, and I'm so close. Like, I have like 10 more blocks. Like, just get to the bridge and we're good, and we made it out alive. Thank God. Thank God we actually made it out alive. Don't get me wrong, we had to use a god apple. Does that suck? Yes, it does, but it had to be done. I wasn't dying on day 94, okay? And then I decided to go ahead and mine some quartz to end day 94 off, and then on day 95 I traded with a piglin, and let me tell you, I used all my gold. I used like a stack and something of gold, and I didn't get a single freaking pearl. Not a single one. It was ridiculous. So then I decided to go ahead and just take it into my own hands and kill some endermen. Thank God I had this warped fungus biome right here. I think that's what it's called. I'm not really sure, but thank God for that, because I was able to farm endermen pretty easily. So on day 95, that is exactly what I spent my time doing, was just farming a bunch of endermen to try to get as many pearls as possible so I could be as prepared as I possibly could. I wanted to make sure to have a little bit of extra pearls so I could have a little bit of extra, because you can never go wrong with some extra ender eyes, because, I mean, when you throw them, sometimes they despawn, so you always want to make sure to have a little bit of extra, especially because you don't know how far you're going to be going. But I got back to base, and I went ahead and decided to make 14 eyes of ender just so I have enough, and thank God I did make it, because you guys will see why I needed to make that many here in just one second. I had no idea, but thank God I made some extra. And now that I got the nether wart, it was finally time to go ahead and make my potions. I started to make my slow falling potions and my strength potions, because these were going to be super beneficial. And if you guys don't know how to make them, you go ahead and you make awkward potions with the nether wart, and then for strength you use blaze powder, and for slow falling you use phantom membrane. And after you make the original potions, you can go ahead and grab some redstone and throw the redstone in there, and the redstone will actually make it a lot more extended. I think the slow falling come in at like 1:30, and it takes them up to like 4 minutes or something like that, and the strength comes in at 4 minutes, and it takes them up to 8 minutes, so it's definitely worth throwing a piece of redstone in there to make them last quite a bit longer. But that is what I spent the rest of day 95 doing, was just making my potions last as long as I could possibly make them last. And then on day 97 we went ahead and we decided to go ahead and take out some of the skeletons, try to get as close to level 30 as we can like we normally do. But unfortunately on day 97 we also were not able to make it to level 30, so we did have to AFK another night. Fortunately we actually did with all of these skeletons. And then after we got done farming the skeletons, it was actually time to go ahead and start heading home, because I needed to get home as fast as possible to go ahead and get everything ready for this ender dragon fight, because I feel like I'm unprepared. But honestly, I don't really know. We're gonna have to see if I'm unprepared by the time we get there, because I honestly have no idea. I arrived back at the base, I was actually greeted by a polar bear, and I said what's up to the polar bear, and then I headed back into the house to go and get the sharpness 4 on my sword once again, and I made sure not to make the mistake of not getting the sharpness 4 on there. And then I also decided to enchant my pants with Unbreaking 2, just because they already had protection 3 and they needed to be restored, so I went ahead and just got an Unbreaking 2 enchant as well. I had the diamonds to spare. Then I came down and I decided to breed my cows and my sheep one last time before I actually hit the road, and I went over and I said bye to Mater and Spook one last time before I hit the road, because this could very well be the last time that I see everybody. And I looked out over my little village area that I've had for this entire series and my house behind me, and it was just kind of crazy to think about that we've made it this far already, guys. Like, it's kind of insane. But then on day 99 it was time to organize my inventory, and it was time to hit the road. I threw my first eye of ender, and now I was on my way. I just knew which way I needed to head. And then as soon as I've traveled maybe 100 or a couple hundred blocks, not 100, couple hundred, but then I went and saw that village, and I immediately knew that the fortress was going to be there, and then that the stronghold was going to be there. And then just to make sure, I ran past it, threw another one, and then I came back and it went straight into the ground. Like, this is where I need to be, so I'm going to dig down there. And I also borrowed some torches from the villagers, because, you know, I didn't have any, so we mined all the way down. And then once we got down there, it was time to just go ahead and look for this, and hopefully it wasn't going to take me ages, because sometimes these strongholds are very hard to navigate through, and it takes absolutely ages to find where you're going. But I'm hoping in this case that it'll be a different story. So I start heading down this long hallway, and at the end of the hallway I could have swore I saw a silverfish spawner, and I was right. The room was right in front of me, guys. Like, literally I went around one corner and the room was right there, okay? And then you guys can probably hear this, but I couldn't, okay? I didn't have my sounds on, and I should have been playing with my sounds on, because I did not hear that creeper right there. I'm not sure if he was right there, but I didn't hear him. And then I went up here, and I just took a little gander at it, and the creeper exploded, and I almost went in the lava. I didn't even hear him. I need to start playing with my sounds on if we're gonna continue this series. But yeah, it's time, guys. And if you noticed, I brought the exact amount, or no, I had a little bit of extra, but I lost like 3 on my way over. So yeah, I had the exact amount that I needed to get in there, and thank God, because I had no time to get some more. But without further ado, I drank all my potions that I needed to drink, and I hopped into the portal, and hopefully I have a good spawn. Great. I have an absolutely god-awful spawn. This spawn is absolutely terrible, guys. But I'm gonna have to build my way over, and hopefully I don't get sniped off the edge. The slow falling should help, but I made it over, thank God. And then, yeah, it's the Ender Dragon fight, guys. I wanted to commentate in this during the end game, but it didn't work out very well, so I'm just gonna let you guys watch what happens during the fight now. And there it is, guys. Look at him fall behind me. I defeated the Ender Dragon in this 100-day series. That's absolutely crazy. That was our final goal, was to go ahead and complete defeating him. And I got like 55, 56 levels out of it. And I decided to go ahead and grab my egg. And that was it, guys. That's it for this 100-day series. I can't believe we actually made it to the end. Like, that is absolutely insane. But yeah, that is all I have for you. That's absolutely insane to me that the series is actually over after all this time, guys. Or is it? Do you guys want the series to be over, or would you guys like the series to continue? Definitely drop a comment down below and let me know if you guys want me to continue this series. I would be more than happy to continue the series if you guys would enjoy that as well. But yeah, thank you guys for so much support on this series. It was absolutely insane how much you guys loved this entire 100 days. You guys were absolutely in love with it. I got so much support throughout it, and you guys helped my channel grow an insane amount. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching right now and you did enjoy the content, we're gonna smash that like and subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before my birthday, and that's in like 10 days. So that's gonna be kind of hard to do, but thank you guys for all the support.